Tonight on NXT, we have Ricochet and Pete Dunne going head-to-head with the Undisputed Era. Dakota Kai faces off against Aaliyah. Keith Lee addresses the WWE Universe. And EC3 is scheduled to fight Raul Mendoza. Let's get into the nitty-gritty.
We start off with Johnny Gargano addressing the crowd. About him failing to capture the NXT Championship. Being unsure on what to do because he's broken so many promises. And then getting melodramatic, and then William Regal's music hits. And for some reason to address Aleister Black's attack, well, Johnny Gargano was in the middle of the ring instead of waiting for him to come backstage. Johnny Gargano was being a bit coy about answering that, telling him to look him in the eyes, and you'll know the answer, or you tell me. And as this conversation was going on, Velveteen Dream's music hits. He starts kind of downplaying Johnny Gargano and saying that people should be focusing on the experience of the Velveteen Dream. Talking about NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, which we did last week, if you recall. That was the recap episode. Afterwards, Gargano threatens Velveteen Dream, throws his crutch at him, and William Regal, like some angry stepdad, tells Johnny Gargano to head to the back, and Velveteen Dream to head to his office. Like a principal, I guess. So we'll get into that bit later. After that, we had the first match of the night, which was Dakota Kai versus Aaliyah. It was started off with a quick grapple. Aaliyah takes Dakota Kai to the ground. Dakota Kai returns the favor. Begins with a very messy looking drop kick. After a few hits in, Aaliyah scouts out the drop kick coming in ahead of time. Decides to hold onto the ropes instead of rebounding off and getting drop kicked again. And then begins to assault Dakota Kai. Starts with controlling and tossing Dakota Kai about, getting her into grapples. And after about 2 minutes of trying to crush Dakota Kai's ribs, somehow, Dakota Kai manages to stand up with Aaliyah on her back and then smash her into the corner and break free. Dakota Kai, afterwards, decides to kick her in the face a couple times. Goes for the pin. Aaliyah kicks out at 2. But Kai gets the upper hand with an interesting looking neck breaker. She flips over Aaliyah, grabbing her neck, and then smashes her neck into her knees. Pretty interesting move. We had some backstage segments, one with Nikki Cross being interviewed by William Regal in regards to the attack on Aleister Black, and another one with EC3 being attacked. So that leads into the next part of the episode, with Raul Mendoza getting ready to face off against EC3, the opponent he was scheduled to face tonight. Except that's not what happens. Lars Sullivan arrives, after having his jaw supposedly broken by Aleister Black. And yeah, well, results of the match, Raul Mendoza's probably dead. Let's see here. We had a quick promo with Tommaso Ciampa, kind of, reestablishing how he beat Johnny Gargano, how he's the greatest sports entertainer of all time, which is a great move to piss off wrestling fans. That was that promo. Really wasn't a whole lot happening tonight until we got to a bit with Keith Lee versus a guy by the name of Luke Menzies, which is one of those things that I really hope he didn't change his name to that for in-ring purposes. That's not his real name. If it is, sorry. It's a weird name. And this is coming from a guy with the last name of Manalastis. Yeah, Keith Lee, he came, he saw, he ended Luke Menzies. Keith Lee is ridiculous. And then we got to the main event. Main event was Ricochet and Pete Dunne versus the Undisputed Era. But this time, it wasn't Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. It was Adam Cole, baby! Adam Cole and Roderick Strong against Pete Dunne and Ricochet. So yeah, we begin with Adam Cole taking on Pete Dunne. Dunne attacks the fingers of Adam Cole and tags in Ricochet. Him and Adam Cole have a strike contest before Cole tags in Strong. Strong takes Ricochet down from behind with a one-handed backbreaker. Ricochet gets the shit kicked out of him for like 5-6 minutes. I didn't count, but it was a while. After he finally manages to break free, he tags in Pete Dunne, who just wrecks the Undisputed Era's evening for a while. Unfortunately, cooler heads did not prevail in this match because Ricochet kept trying to intervene and attack the Undisputed Era, with Pete Dunne getting increasingly angry with him. The match pretty much ended when Pete Dunne threw Adam Cole and Roderick Strong out of the ring, hops over the rope, and does a backflip onto them. Ricochet decides, I'm going to join the dive party, so he runs over, he goes to dive, and the Undisputed Era pulls Pete Dunne in the way, taking out Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne gets thrown back into the ring, gets hit with the last shot, and loses the match. Adam Cole pins Pete Dunne for the 1-2-3. After the match is over, the Undisputed Era drags Ricochet, who's been hurting, and beats the shit out of him. And as they wrap up beating up Ricochet and leaving Pete Dunne on the ground, War Raiders theme hits. And the War Raiders run up to the ring to go and attack the Undisputed Era, just for the Undisputed Era to duck out of the ring and retreat. And yeah, that was it. The matches tonight were pretty good. It's just it wasn't a whole lot going on just yet. So we'll see what happens. Tonight's episode, I'm probably just going to give it a B-. It wasn't spectacular. The main event was, of course, fantastic, especially when you've got Pete Dunne, Ricochet, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong in the ring. Keith Lee's match was great. Dakota Kai's was a bit messy. But overall, I liked this week's episode. Let me know what you think. I'll have the poll up here for you to vote on. And yeah, this has been Real Honesty without John Ritland. I am not John Ritland. I am the Durbinator. And you have a great night.